Matt and Brian are excellent hosts. They think of everything down to a bottle of water in the bedroom that we like to call my bedroom, but obviously it's not. They're just super generous and wonderful people, and I feel like as a guest, they have the bar set high in their hosting skills. So I, as a guest, like to bring something to add to the time up there. So I recommend be a good guest. Bring wine, bring something for breakfast. Make sure that you're aware of your host's food allergies if they have any. I even went so far as to bringing my own pillowcase after I got my hair colored. I didn't want to stain their pillows. You don't have to be as extreme as I am, but you know what? If you want to be invited back again, you should think about these things.
I'm Matt Zucker, and this is Cidiot Life, learning to live and love life in the Hudson Valley. Episode 8, How to Be a Guest. That opening clip was our friend Liz, who visits us at least once a season. She knows what we know. Being a guest is serious business. Dutch writer Maarten Maartens said, "Staying with people consists in you're not having your own way, and they're not having theirs." We've been on both sides of this, and I want you not to be a Cidiot here. After all, I want guests to succeed so that you too will move up here and we'll have more people to play with. So let's summarize the advice in 2 parts: what to bring and how to behave. How to be a Cidiot for a weekend. What to bring. My mom showed up last weekend with quite a big suitcase. It's October though, and she was prepared for a mix of cold and sunny, possibly rainy weather with different layers and shoes. Sure, we'd go out to dinner, but upstate is about comfort and, well, mud. We were going to the Sheep and Wool Festival at the fairgrounds, and for a hike at Claremont. She was ready with shoes, sneakers, and boots. What I don't think anyone needs, though, is a pair of heels. It's all Patagonia, casual wear, and flip-flops starting in June. The truth is, you probably could just dress like it's the 1970s, especially in the summer. I see halter tops all around town. The other thing we hear people worry about is the gift. What to bring as a guest. I asked Brian what he'd want people to show up with, and he said, NYC bagels and smoked fish. He has a point. The closest bagels are frozen or from Canada, and neither can absorb a schmear. My mom also hit on something which is good advice. She brought up fancy snacks which we can serve. After all, if we have you as a guest, we probably have others. We also might have people over when you're here, so we might need to always have a pantry of things we can put out when people come over. That said, you can't go wrong with champagne, wine, or liquor. Emergency supplies. Kitschy or goofy can also be good. Unlike the city where I have no room for something I can't stand, here, even if I absolutely hate what you brought, I can deal with it, tossing it into some closet or that crawl space above our bookshelves that I haven't been in since the home inspection. I'll bring it back out for your next visit. Liz brings her own bug spray, but any host should have that for you. The last part, how to behave. Okay, this is what I'm most worried about. You city people are idiots. You stick out, you're afraid of dirt, you get bored easily. Most important, wave back. It's called the country wave. And anyone that passes by, walking or driving, with or without a Confederate flag, you just wave back. I don't think it actually means friendship, but more of a recognition that, hey, look, there's another person out here too. Secondly, there are certain things you have to accept and not complain about. One is farm smell, that occasional waft from nearby properties. The other is bugs. We live on a stream and with woods, and it's part of life. I know it's annoying, especially in August, so I just use bug spray and keep the screen doors closed. I'll confess I get a Lyme test every year just in case. So far, so good. Liz also hit on something in her advice. Take on chores. I grudgingly think she's right. It's not bad to take Nora for a walk, bring in firewood, or help set the table. Our friend Stephanie insists on doing dishes, but I always thought it was a fetish of hers. Of course, if you really want to help, you'll change that light on the front porch I can't seem to do myself, or that water filter in the basement. I need a plier or a wrench, but neither in my toolkit are labeled, so I don't know which is which. God, I miss having a super. The last piece of advice is that as a guest, it's good to take a break from us and us from you. Whether it's a nap or a 30-minute walk, we don't have to spend every minute together. Especially on longer visits, you probably don't want it either. The famous Ben Franklin quote says that, like fish, guests after 3 days start to stink. I don't agree. I love a great guest. But here in the Hudson Valley, it's mostly cows, vegetables, chicken, pigs, goats, and sheep. We have to fly in our fish and train in our guests. Thanks for listening. I'm Matt Zucker, and this is Cidiot Life. Come visit. Cidiot Life is produced on Anchor and distributed on Anchor, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, and another half dozen podcasting platforms. Please rate us and review in the Apple Store. If you're using Anchor, you're lucky, and you can send me a voicemail. And everyone can visit Cidiot.com and follow me on Twitter, @Matt Zucker.